Today, I'm going to answer one of the simplest, yet unanswered and ignored questions in all of Harry Potter lore. What the heck do wizards do before Hogwarts? Hello, I'm Julia from Nostalgia Studios, where we talk about your favorite things from your childhood. Today, we were going to talk about what do wizard children do? So here's what we're certain of. By the age of 11, most wizard kids are able to write on an 11-year-old level. And that's pretty much all we know. Given this, there are two main options. Either one, they join Muggle elementary schools, or two, they have wizarding ones. There is something to be said for the first option. I mean, they're pretty much on level with the Muggle-born, so they're probably using the same curriculum, but this option is not right, and I can prove it. First of all, from a government standpoint, if you are trying to keep your magical existence a secret from the Muggles, you don't send little kids who don't know how to control their magic straight into Muggle society. To be honest, for the whole wizarding population's safety, they should really tell Muggle-borns they're wizards before the age of 11. I mean, Harry blew his magical cover many times at elementary school, and he really can't be the only one. Are you telling me that there are random, unexplainable acts of magic at elementary schools up and down the country, and that's not even going to make the news? I remind you, they had a news report about owls in the daytime. How have wizards not been exposed due to the Muggle-born youth yet? Secondly, a lot of wizards are very discriminatory towards Muggles, and you might say, well, Muggles are discriminatory towards other groups of Muggles they probably also went to school with. But no, usually it is. The more exposed you are to them, especially as a young child, the more okay you are with that group of people. Also, the wizarding population is so small, they'd probably be the only wizard in their school full of Muggles. Imagine being opposed to a group of people who you are literally surrounded by throughout your whole childhood. I mean, I guess that's kind of what happened with Voldemort, but it wouldn't happen that often where lots of wizards are against Muggles. Another reason is that kids cannot keep secrets. Imagine raising a 5-year-old wizard and then saying, okay, so you can't tell anybody that we're magical, and you always have to lie about your parents' lives and careers, and none of your friends can ever come to our house, and when you're 11, you're going to leave them all forever to go off to Hogwarts. Okay, have fun! Last reason, and probably the only one with actual evidence to support it, wizard kids are not exposed to Muggle culture. I mean, Ron finds it weird that pictures don't usually move, Hagrid doesn't know how to work Muggle money, and Wood doesn't even know what basketball is. Any 11-year-old that grew up around Muggle culture would know these things. I mean, in gym class, they most definitely at some point played basketball, and I can confidently say that there's at least one picture of some sort in every school in the world, so how do they not know these things? Well, wizard kids have to get a basic education from somewhere. I mean, I guess they have to have their own schools, but there's even problems with that option. When all the first years got to Hogwarts, mostly all of them were meeting each other from the first time. The only exceptions I can think of are Malfoy, Crabbe, and Goyle, whose dads are friends, and Lily and Snape, who we see meet, and it has nothing to do with sharing an elementary school. To be honest, it's kind of funny how 99% of the friendships in Harry Potter are first made on the train ride to school. The Hogwarts Express, building friendships since 1830. Sorry, I kinda went off track. Okay, so if there are elementary schools for wizards, how do wizards in the same area not meet until middle school? Well, the answer is simple. Wizards aren't hiding. The reason that Hogwarts is a boarding school is because you can be easily found out transporting a bunch of students to and from school every single day. They cannot have 5-year-olds transporting back and forth from school all over the country every single day, and it's not like you can send kids that small to boarding school for a school year. So, if there isn't a normal school, there are two other options, either homeschool or tutoring. And I think both of these options are right. I mean, the richer families, like the Malfoys, probably get the best wizarding tutor money can buy to teach their young Draco his literature and arithmetic. However, a family like the Weasleys probably homeschooled their children and taught them how to read and write. This solves all our problems. You don't have muggles hearing about magic a 6-year-old did. You don't have to transport kindergartners up and down the country every day. And the kids don't get familiarized with their peers in muggle culture until they're 11. The only question I still have is that if the wizarding population still has no normal schools, would that impact all the kids' social skills and classroom behavior and discipline? I'm only asking because Hogwarts is a hard school, and if you go in as a shy 11-year-old who never had to deal with bullying or strict teachers, then how are you going to survive? I don't know if I'm ever going to really answer that question, but it does bring up a pretty interesting topic, and maybe I will make a video. If you have any ideas about that, make sure to comment it down below and let me know. Well, that's all I have for you today, guys. Make sure to like, share, and hit that notification bell. You could subscribe by clicking here, and watch another video on Harry Potter by clicking here. Also, comment down below, what do you think of this theory? What do you think kids do before Hogwarts? See you guys next time. Bye!